We're going to learn how to symbolize by unique features. I've already done this for parks, and I've also put them in a group for parks. What you may notice too is that the names there are slightly different to the ones that you probably have. You will probably have something that says like that, and your parks might be called, more than likely, SEQ Recreation 1. But what I have done is you can either sort of click twice so it goes like this, and you can change the name there, or you can right click on it and go Properties. It then comes up with the layer properties, and if you go into General, I've already renamed this. I can name it something else. I can put a space there. This doesn't really change the name. It doesn't change the name there in your catalog, but it does change the name when you're making a map. And that's really important, because if you've got something that's called SEQ Recreation _1, that really doesn't make much sense. But what we can do in Symbology, I've already changed the symbol of this, but if you're going to do it, double click on it, and you can change the color by going there and making any color you feel like. And you can do color, and you can put an RGB in. Remember I mentioned RGB, it stands for red, green, blue, and that's what they use in printing. So I don't know, let's put 45, I have no idea what this is, I'm just making something up, 33112. That comes up as a sort of purpley color, but we don't want to do it that color. There's also other ones you can click. So for example, we could do scrub. You don't necessarily have to go OK, you can just go, there we go. But if we want to make it back again, we can either go back into it, click on it, and find the fill, which is a bit of a pain, to be honest. What we can also do, we can go cancel and import, and then find one of a color that you want to do, because I want all my parks the same color, and you can go OK. We'll just go OK. Save at all times. What's also very important is that if you look into the thing, look into the attribute table, and you'll see some things that have information, because all GIS stuff is underlain by a database. The database has area, length is not really much useful. You can get rid of some of these, but I normally just leave them. Features, so some of them is stuff you don't really need, but the important things is normally the beginning, and what we want is the feature type. And let's have a look at feature type. So what we might do is go into, right click again, go into Properties, under Properties. So this is feature single symbol. You don't have to change anything there other than the color. You can do all sorts of stuff like description too, which is quite useful. But never mind that at the moment. And click on categories, and we're going to do unique values, and what we wanted was the feature type. So we've clicked feature type. You can change the colors right there, or you can do it later. Click add all values, and you will see there, and I used this yesterday if you were watching the lecture to see that there are 2,322 courts, and right down at the very bottom is one court. You can see immediately from this that this stuff is the data set underlying this this shapefile or feature data set has a mistake, and the mistake is there is a misspelling of court. So all of the rest of them have a capital C, and this is a small c, and that's how picky ArcGIS is. So what you can then go is you can go into and do an editing thing and get rid of that one court. I'm not going to bother doing it now, but I'll show you what I mean. So I'm not going to also categorize it by symbols, but it's just a really good way also of finding out if there's mistakes. There, look, there's one as well. Multiple use. You can see how ArcGIS is really fussy about capitalization. I'm just going to go cancel because I don't want to change it. Save because you always should change, and I'm going to finish.